Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. And first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Bharat Chauradia for having me here. And obviously, without the uh, indulgence of Mr. Dinesh G Mehta, I couldn't be here. And I'm extremely thankful to FADA. I don't have any connections with automobile industry, but still I'm here. So I'm very thankful to FADA. And what I'm going to talk about is moreover like a technology. So it definitely takes, it has taken 100 years to develop automobiles to where it is now. And it may take another 20 years to automobiles to get transformed to electric vehicles. But, and similarly, we are starting somewhere, and after some good amount of time, it will come into reality. So I'll run through a presentation. Before that, I'll run through a video so that I can actually tell you what Hyperloop is, because it is just a buzzword, but no one knows what it is actually.
Imagine traveling non-stop at up to 670 miles per hour, above land or underground. This is Hyperloop, a new mode of transportation that has been developed by Hyperloop One. It starts with an electric motor, which is broken up into two basic components: the rotor, which rotates, and the stator, which is stationary. The stator is an electromagnet, so when an electric current passes through it, the rotor is magnetically attracted to spin. Unlike a normal electric motor, the Hyperloop One motor isn't circular, it's linear. And the rotor is on the pod, which is propelled magnetically as it moves over the stator. Hyperloop One's unique technology uses magnetic levitation to guide and lift the pod off the track. Nearly all of the air inside the Hyperloop tube is removed using a series of vacuum pumps. This effectively creates our own sky inside the tube, as if you are quietly flying at 200,000 feet above sea level. This reduces drag so only the smallest amount of electricity is needed to achieve extraordinary speeds, and creates a more cost and energy efficient system than high-speed rail or airline transport. Hyperloop One will be automated by the most advanced systems in the world, allowing a safe and efficient journey that's never delayed or overbooked. Hyperloop is the first new form of public transportation in over 100 years. Fundamentally, it will change the way we travel, work, and live. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Hyperloop One.
Hyperloop basically aims to become fifth mode of transportation. Modes of transportation takes the best out of it, put together, and we develop Hyperloop. So, moreover, it is very similar to railway transportation, but it's inside a tube. So imagine a tube traveling from Chennai to Bangalore, and which has been made vacuum. Now, when we saw Ford T in 1905, when Henry Ford actually made the first automobile of the world, it was not aerodynamic. Then when we went to the Lamborghini now, it's very aerodynamic. So reason is there is a lot of air drag which comes into picture. So Elon Musk in 2013 actually came up with this idea that if we remove all the air, we don't need any design for any aerodynamics. So he removed air out of the tube. He had an idea to lay down the tube from point A to point B, remove complete air, so you don't have air friction to overcome. Second, you remove friction. There are no wheels, you levitate. So you basically float in vacuum and run from point A to point B, and you reach very far distances in very, very short time. So that can be only achieved with this mode of transportation as it is proposed. But definitely it takes time to validate technologies. And so as we all know that where mobility is going these days, so we can see a lot of traffic on the road. Maybe not very organized as India, but yes, it is. A lot of traffic is there in the US as well as other parts of the world. Then definitely ships, it's very slow. Maybe it's very cheap, but it's very slow. Rail, as we know, ICF is doing tremendous, but still it has to go a long way. And airlines, obviously, it's very expensive. So and you need a lot of infrastructure at several places, and then safety issues are there. So, so what is Hyperloop? So combining all these four into one is Hyperloop. So cheap as road, reliable as rail, fast as aircrafts. So the speeds you can see on the graph is the symbol of why we need this kind of transportation. So basically, in this picture, you can see there's a tube which is going to be vacuumed by vacuum pumps. It is going to be depressurized, and then you load the pod. It has to propel, then levitate, and then stop. So that is point A and point B. It's only one-time propulsion, so you don't need energy to accelerate again and again. There's no speed breakers, there are no signals, nothing. So one point A, point B, you directly go, and you have to power only once. There's no vacuum, no friction. You can go all the way to Bangalore. So why do we need Hyperloop? So definitely the port volume is going to get double. It's already going to get double by 2020. There are many more stats given by KPMG. We have not updated it, but it shows that air capacity is also going to get double by 2030, and there's a lot more. And then organization will be a very big challenge. People are coming up with flying cars, but air traffic control will be a huge issue, definitely. India is trying to get onto the electric vehicles. Maybe very soon. My professor is trying to go on to flying cars very soon. So all these will have some kind of problems with the organization. So this will make it more organized. So there's a case study. Let's see, Chennai to Bangalore. Distance is 330 kilometers. Bus approximately 1200 if you are traveling on a Sunday, and traveling time is 6 hours. And if you are traveling on a Sunday, otherwise it's 2 hours for traffic here and there. Train is, I'm taking AC, traveling time is 6 hours, flight is this, but this is only which is going to drop at an airport. From there how to reach to your location at Bangalore. It's very tough. Hyperloop estimated traveling cost, which we calculated according to our feasibility study, is 1500 to 2500, and traveling time is 30 minutes. It can be taken down, but safety and passenger kidneys should not come out at those speeds, so we have to keep it to that speeds. It's just on paper, don't worry. So these kind of things, the major challenges that can be solved is organized traffic. Then possibly Hyperloop is not required for intra-city travel. If you want to go from Chennai place A to place B, you don't need Hyperloop because it takes a time or some distance to accelerate, and it suddenly can't brake. So cars are still going to be very much in the future. Okay, so don't worry. So the point is, it is going to be it is a mode of transportation which has to go from place A to place B, which is very far away, just like the Golden Quadrilateral, New Delhi to Mumbai, Mumbai, Chennai, Chennai, Kolkata, something like that. That can be reached in 1 hour, 2 hours. Easily approachable stations. We don't have to go and check in to an airport and then take a long time, sit in lounge and all. We don't have to do that. Cost and time saving, but obviously. Now there are some developments in the Hyperloop community, or whatever we say. So it was proposed by Elon Musk in 2013. Then the first ever prototype was tested in 2016, which was happened to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it is. They have achieved 220 kmph in 2.2 seconds in 2016 with linear induction motor and levitation, no wheels. And then this is the competition which Elon Musk basically don't want to pay money, and he just want all the technologies coming out of the world for free. So he started this competition for students, which also benefits us to learn. So we are one of the team from IIT Madras who participates in this competition. We have participated second time in this competition. So this competition is a very high profile. You can say it's the most high profile competition, student competition in the world yet happened. So The companies which have been, actively doing something in the Hyperloop space are Virgin Hyperloop One, then Hyperloop Transportation Technologies and Transport. So Virgin Hyperloop One has recently signed MOU with Maharashtra government. They are starting to build a test track in December this year. Yeah, so challenges and opportunities. So challenges are like energy management. So Hyperloop is not something which is going to see the range. Electric cars or vehicles will see the range. How much range you can go, efficiency, how much kilometers you can go. But Hyperloop is all about putting all the energy at a time and then just leave the pod. It will go to the point B automatically. You don't have to do anything. There's no friction. So energy management has to be done. So these kind of things are very rarely available. High powers batteries are not available. High energy batteries are available. So that is one thing. Another is we have to store the energy. And because it's a very infrastructure oriented project, all the solar panels have to be, they can be installed over the tube from point A to point B. Other thing is definitely safety aspects. People will worry if we go in vacuum, what will happen to us? All those things are there. But when you go fly in an airplane, you also have to worry that what is going to happen to you at that pressure and that height. So those are the challenges we have to think of. Then efficient vacuum pumps, but obviously infrastructure cost. So what is the quick outcome of Hyperloop in coming years? So one of the quick outcomes is you can see one car having spherical wheels. So this is a concept by Goodyear. Goodyear tires have done that. So basically, you don't have a spring or A-arm suspension. Your car body is just levitating over all 4 spherical balls. And it can, you don't have to feel any kind of vibration when you go on the road. So this can be one of the outcomes for automobile industry. Similarly, electromagnetic bearings. All these are some, different outcomes from what Hyperloop is. Hyperloop is a mode of transportation, but developing a mode of transportation is actually getting more and more technologies involved, developed properly. So this is our team, student team of IIT Madras. We are developing first ever self-propelled, completely autonomous Hyperloop pod. So many adjectives. So the achievement that we have made till now is we are one of the top 21 teams in amongst 1600 plus teams in the world. And it has taken a lot from all the students. They have been through in the summer, winter, working hard, designing Hyperloop pod. And the biggest challenge was there was no literature. We can't go and search on Google and we get something upfront because this is a new mode of transportation. We do have to, go to our professors, check research papers, and then take some technology from some other domain and put it here. So something like that, we have done that. So yeah. So this is the map. We are the only team from Asia. You can see that. One is from Australia. Many teams are from US, but believe me, in 10 days, if we do something right, we'll be in top 5, representing India and Asia. So competition is on 14th of July. Please follow us on Facebook or anywhere else. You'll get updates accordingly. Yeah. So when we cross that stage, second stage, now we are building a pod prototype, which we'll take to LA and we'll run the pod there. So before that, when we crossed this stage, we got a lot of publicity, as you can see here. We never wanted it, but we got. But it's fine. So yeah, thank you. This is Team Avishkar Hyperloop, and I am Suyash Singh. With me, I have one of my juniors here. He was Pranit Mehta, who is going to be the incoming head for next year. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, talk about the future of finance. We have Rupee Circle. Talk about the future of transport. We will have Hyperloop. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite on the stage Mr. Arun Kundai, and he's going to come up and felicitate Shri Suyash Singh.